Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the delay in getting this video out, but I had to do some admin work on YouTube. You might have noticed that I've streamlined the channel a bit by moving out some of my other videos, the family and other non-boat, non-fishing related stuff. Also, I'm sure you've noticed we have a new name, PolyGone Fishing. Some of you may know that my boat is named PolyGone, so there you go. She ain't in the garage, I'm PolyGone Fishing. And I know it's a bit presumptive to remake your YouTube channel into a fishing channel when there are 0 fishing videos on it, but here's my thinking. I got into these videos just to tell the story of how I purchased and rigged out my Whaly, but that can only last for so long as a subject. And I'm having fun doing these, and I'm definitely going fishing, so why not bring you guys along? Of course, this means a lot less frequent videos, but I think it'll be worth it, so let's give it a go. For today though, and probably for the next few videos in the series, let's keep talking about the build. Specifically, let's talk about the fish finder GPS, the USB charging plugs, the marine radio, and how I ended up using a bicycle GPS for a speedometer backup. Before we do though, if you like what you see so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Also, feel free to share the video out with your friends, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. As mentioned previously, I really didn't have a plan to use this boat primarily for fishing. I had envisioned it for a beach boat and a pleasure craft. But what can I say, the fishing bug bit me and here we are. To that end, I didn't set out initially to install a fish finder. What I really wanted was a GPS chart plotter. A throwback to my Navy ship driving days, I think. Really a toy. I tried a Garmin unit first, but it wasn't what I was looking for. I looked on Craigslist and the like for a secondhand GPS unit, but I kept coming back to the best option being a fish finder GPS combo. And after some research, I got a Lawrence Reveal 5 with C-maps preloaded. It's got some quirks, but for the most part, it's exactly what I needed, and of course, having gotten into fishing, it's come in very handy. So far, I haven't gone fishing outside the bays here, so I'm surely not putting it through the paces, but it served me well. There's a lot more to see on how it operates and how to read it, but maybe that's for another video. Next, let's talk about the radio. Not much to mention here. I got a standard Horizon HX890NB. I think these are pretty well standard when it comes to handheld marine VHF radios. But of course, I like that this one has GPS and something they call DSC or Digital Selective Calling. I think maybe all modern radios have this now, but what it does is allow me to send a distress signal and my GPS coordinates to any boat within the area, as well as the Coast Guard, by pushing just this one button. Of course, this is not a big need here in the bays, but when we get out to the kelp beds and beyond, I want that capability. Other than that, the radio is nice. It has a strobe light, some navigation functions, plays FM and AM radio stations, as well as having quick access buttons to get to Channel 16 and the weather broadcast. Oh man, and it floats. To mount it to the console, I actually used the wall mount that it came with. This probably won't last for more than a couple seasons though, as I expect the charging prongs to corrode away at some point. Alright, that brings us to the USB charging plugs. I got these from Amazon. I chose these primarily because they're aluminum and shouldn't corrode as quickly. So far, these are great. The LED's voltage readouts are daylight readable. And it's been nice having the ability to plug in a phone or Bluetooth speaker without having to worry about the power brick falling out. I have one socket on the front of the console and another in the cockpit. Actually, the first USB port I purchased was the RailBlazer USB star port. I use this with my RailBlazer phone holder, and with the two of them, I have a secure mount, and I'm charging my phone all day while I'm on the water. You may have noticed other RailBlazer stuff around the boat. It's a really cool little system, and I've got good use out of them for fishing, and soon I'll get good use out of them for filming. Lastly, let's talk about another GPS item, a backup GPS speedo. You don't need this, and I'm not sure why I wanted one so much, but what I think I was going for was a quicker to turn on GPS speed indicator. The fish finder GPS unit takes about 2 minutes to turn on completely, and it annoys me. I mean, if I'm smart, I remember to hit the button to turn it on before I leave the dock. But in reality, I get out in the 5 mile an hour zone, cruising along, and then I see the harbor police. I look down to see how fast I'm going, and of course, I have not pushed the button. Meanwhile, the police boat is approaching, pulls me over, gives me a warning for doing 6 miles an hour. True story. Well, long story short, I attempted to splash-proof this cheap number first. It was comical and it failed miserably. So next I went with a bike computer. I'd never heard of one of those, but it works. Only problem, you have to remember to hit the on button. Well, in any event, it's nice to have another redundant system on the boat, if you remember to charge it. Well, that's all today. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to be notified when my next video comes out, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.